At Giovanni's Pizza in West Logan, we got subs, calzones, wings, pizza, and more. Stop by today. Great service with great deals. We also got a newly renovated and remodeled dining room where you can enjoy your game day celebrations or relax after a trail ride. We look forward to seeing you at Giovanni's in Logan, West Virginia. All right, folks, we are back here as Fleming County leads Lewis County 6-0, but it's Lewis County knocking on the door right now as they are on the 3-yard line. Jack Likens, Daryl McCoy on the call. What do you think here? Is it going to number 11?
Listen, if I had to bet everything I own, it's going to go to 11 twice here. You know, Austin's carried him down the field and, even made a pass here for about a 6-yard gain. But, if I'm Coach Peterson, he gets the ball 2 more times right here.
So you see Coach Peterson talking to the troops there before he sends them out to battle. I don't know. I don't know you chance it in anybody else's hands, especially after the work that young man's done on this drive.
Right. You give to him, and he's not one, I hate to say this because I always hate to hear somebody on TV or on the radio say he doesn't fumble.
Yeah.
But it's going to take a strong person to get the ball out of his hands.
Hopefully we don't jinx him there.
Well.
If so, Mr. Likens going to have a rough Monday.
Be a rough Monday for me, won't
it? As they're coming out here, Cooper brings the squad, and they'll take over here at the 3. Let's see if the Fleming County defense can hold or if it'll be the Lions punching it in.
Lewis County needs to get a strong push up here in the middle and get the ball to Austin right over top. I go over top of center. You talked earlier about him being a big boy. I'd follow him to the goal line.
Well, let's see what they elect to do here. Hands it off, and he gets stopped.
How about that? Not a whole lot of blocking on the right side for the Lions there.
That was number 57 jumping in the backfield. Somebody blew an assignment there.
Yeah, somebody didn't block Tyler Miller on that. He beat the ball into Austin's hands, I believe.
He just about took the handoff.
He did. He acted like he knew what the play call was.
Well, he tackled him from behind, I'll tell you that much.
That's right. He looked like he may have been in the huddle with Lewis County.
Now, right here, what do you do? Do you give it to him, or do you try to get a rollout? You run the option. What do you do here?
I tell you what, I do like that option call here. You get Aiden. Now the only thing is you roll to the right side. That's a short side of the field.
Yep. There you go.
Cooper on the sneak. Did he get in?
He
got
in. He's in.
He got in.
Touchdown Lions. Aiden Cooper gets the 3-yard touchdown, and credit to the O-line there.
Right.
They blew the assignment the play before, but they come back and they made up for it tenfold by not quitting and literally gave Cooper the second chance opportunity to spin and get in the end zone.
Yeah, you got to credit Cooper there too. His legs did not stop moving. I mean, you go back and look at that play. His legs move until he gets in the end zone. And he's not a big boy, but his legs are strong, and that's what got him in the end zone there.
Coming into this game here, I don't think anybody would tell you. I mean, even though y'all got the better record, I think people was coming in as Lewis County's the underdog. Another blocked PAT.
I'm telling you, kickers may want to get the ball a little bit higher this time.
Yeah. So, guys, we're going to jump out for a quick break. We'll be right back on the D&D Sports Network, Friday Night Football. Lockins, Daryl McCoy. You're watching Friday Night Football on the D&D Sports Network. Fleming County fields the ball. That's Landon Johnson trying to get to the sideline. Johnson's still on his feet.
You see the stiff arm he put on Braden McGlone there.
Yes, I did.
I don't know if you noticed who kicked the ball off, but that was Austin Howard again.
Well, definitely he's a kid that impacts all three facets of the game.
He does, and I think before we started, you told me I was going to get $1 for every time I said his name. Is that right? It may have been his mom and dad that told me that.
Listen, you're a rich man right now.
That's right.
Coming in this, like I was talking, a lot of the experts, although y'all's record is 5-3 and they're 4-4, a lot of people look at y'all as the underdog in this game.
Well, yeah, and I think the kids look at themselves as the underdog too, and that to me, I always want to play the underdog role.
Yep.
I want people to say, "Hey, you can't do this," and that's what our kids have heard this week. You can't beat Fleming County.
Well, that's what Lewis County. That's what it's about. Lewis County right now, it's about getting Lewis County on the map, and these boys playing that underdog role. That's just going to make it that much sweeter. If they do get this win.
Right,
so.
and both of these teams are playing for a home playoff game. You look at I know we went to Fleming County last year, so Fleming County hosted a playoff game last year. We haven't hosted a playoff game here since 2011, so
wow.
It would be big for this bunch of kids to get that and break that streak.
So here we go, Fleming County coming out at Roark in the gun, man in motion. He hands it off.
Well, Howard's going to chase him down. Howard got a good block there.
No, and he sprung him loose.
He's gone.
Touchdown, Panthers, number 36.
Nice play call there. And
on the carry there.
Jordan Horn with what looks like about a 51-yard run there. And I think Howard had him, but, boy, they threw a good block on Howard to stop it.
Well, listen, Fleming County done an amazing job sealing off the lines. And, they had rode out the red carpet down this far or this near sideline here. And
they sure did.
History.
And I started to say, as he turned the corner there, Howard's got him. Or I started to say he's gone, and I look up, and Howard's chasing him. And I start to say Howard's going to get him, and then he gets blocked.
Yeah.
So, it's an excellent play call by Coach Spencer there to spring him free, and a big bounce back for Fleming County after Lewis County scored.
There you go, Roark. Rose right, pressure coming, and Lewis County intercepts it. Gonna be no good. So
intercepted by Cameron Ferris there. I don't think there's any danger of Cameron going the length of the field to complete the conversion.
The score will sit at 12-6. You're watching Friday Night Football on the D&D Sports Network. Here on Friday Night Football live on the D&D Sports Network. Jack Likens, Daryl McCoy on the call. We got Fleming County up 12-6 on Lewis County right now. And Jack, Lewis County, they burned a lot of clock last drive. Let's see if they can do the same thing here on this one and go into the locker room tied up or ahead.
Heck of a kickoff, and Lewis County fielded the ball at their own 5, and not a bad return to get out to about the 18-yard line. On that return was Jackson Reister. Jackson's another young player. He's just a sophomore. That's one thing with Lewis County. Got a couple sophomore wide receivers, a sophomore quarterback. Now they do lose. Howard leaves us at the end of this year, so that's going to be a huge loss there, and you're going to have to find somebody to jump in that role. But we've still got him for a couple more games.
Yep. Cooper takes a snap, looks right, and looks like a little miscommunication there.
Yeah, I think Cooper felt a little bit of pressure there too, and saw somebody come up the middle and want to get rid of the ball. But if there's a case to hit, you hit Austin Howard on a slant through the middle, nobody gonna catch him if he can get out in the open field.
I can't say I blame him wanting to try to get rid of the ball after that last hit he took.
Yeah, he got pounded on that last one, but yeah. Yeah, my feet might not plant very firmly in the ground either back there right now.
And here we go, Cooper Howard in the backfield with him.
Looks like another pass.
Yep. He goes long.
Oh, he quit running.
Wow, that's on the wide out right now.
I think you're right. He just didn't run all the way through.
Yeah, I thought that was a good ball there by Cooper.
I tell you, I don't think you're going to throw a better ball than that. And it looks like Ricer just stopped running.
Now, which one of these kids did you say was the kid breaking the receiving record?
Jerky, and I've not seen a ball thrown to him in his direction at all tonight. Hard to break a record if they don't throw it to you.
Yep. Cooper takes the snap. They're going to pass again. Another ball.
There's a ball thrown to that was intended for Jerky right there, but number 7 for Fleming County jumped in front and knocked it away. That was Owen Lowe. Yep. Yeah. A good defensive play there, and I'm a believer in I think you always pass the ball first to set up the run.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't agree with me. I got a good friend over here that tells me you run to set up the pass, but this is a situation where he may be right. We throw the ball 3 times, there 3 incomplete passes, and Fleming County's probably going to get the ball on our side of the 50. Definitely on our side of the 50.
Yeah, bad punt there. And
good roll. Really good roll.
Lewis County Road down to the 33-yard line, so good break there for the Lions.
The ball hit just right on that turf and then rolled. It probably rolled 17, 18 yards there.
Now, did you see the Lewis County cheerleaders here? Now, who's the cheerleading captain?
The cheerleading captain?
Yeah, do we know that?
I don't know. I don't know that they have captains anymore.
Okay, you see them down there. I mean, I really like the way that they're integrating themselves with these young girls, and these young girls, they'll remember that the rest of their life. You had the Lewis County cheerleaders putting them in a pyramid there. You think that girl ever forget that?
Oh, no, not at all. And you got one down here on their shoulders. Yeah. And it goes back to the quality of kids that you've got representing your school. I say this a lot, our cheerleaders do a great job. They love these little kids. Fleming County going to go deep here. He's going to go over. What a catch. What a nice catch. Oh, did he step?
Oh.
Well, did he step out of bounds? I heard a whistle, and I've seen 2 flags.
I don't know if he did, and that's something you never quit on the play. And,
right.
Now if he heard a whistle, then
I thought I heard a whistle, but I think we're going to get a face mask call on Trey Jerky on the other side. But that was a heck of a catch by Landon Johnson on that side. I thought he overthrew him, and he didn't quit running.
No, what a pass play there.
It was a super play. I think what we're going to get is a face mask against Lewis County's Trey Jerky. Yeah, personal foul face mask against Jerky. Going to add another 15 yards to that. It was a huge play to begin with from the 33 to the 35, the Lewis County 35, and then you're going to tackle another 15 yards. So that puts Fleming County first down at the 27-yard line.
He's sitting here the entire game and didn't have the
goodness gracious.
Nice block there. And again, another Fleming County touchdown by number 36.
Who in the heck is 20? Austin Trent. Wow. He laid a heck of a block right there.
I seen that. I seen a Lewis County line go flying.
Wow. And that was one you could hear up here, too. I mean, I don't know what we've got out here. What do you say? We probably got 600-700 people in the stands.
Oh, easy.
And them talking and carrying on, and you could hear the pop of the pads on that one.
That's number 36 on the touchdown. Who was that?
Yeah, I wasn't even looking at the touchdown. That was Jordan Horn there with the touchdown, but I was more impressed with the block.
Yeah.
There's your extra point. No, he missed it.
Yep. No good. So
we're still extra pointless here.
Yep. So 0 for 3 is Fleming County, but they still find themselves leading 18-6 over Lewis County. We'll be right back here on the D&D Sports Network. All right, guys, if you are tuning in, we also want to tell you Scott and Polka is on D&D Sports Network too. Just refresh your screen, and it's links on D&D Sports Network. But this one here is Friday Night Football. We got Jack Likens, Daryl McCoy, as Fleming County leads 18-6 over Lewis County, and Hahn with a couple touchdowns already for the Panthers.
Yeah, he's had made 2 good runs, but he doesn't make those runs without the help of his lineman.
It was Austin Trent set that up.
Yeah.
And just like Austin Howard, for Lewis County, Austin Trent, he's the stud for Fleming County. The entire state knows who Austin Trent is. You can bet that.
Right.
He's got 78 tackles on the year.
Looks like Ashland's up right now 12-7 on Greenup County.
That right there's for the district.
That is. It's a big game at Greenup County also.
Yeah, on the farm.
That's what they call it.
Yeah.
They've done some good improvements up there. I don't know if you've been up there. They put a new home side of the bleachers in and working on the visitor side. It looks really good.
And it was needed there.
It was. Yeah. And I love the look of the Bermuda grass when it's green, but man, I drove by their field a day or two ago, and it's as brown as it can be.
Well, I tell you this, a lot of people, and me myself, I always like grass.
Right.
But you look at the schools that's winning state titles in the mountains, they're all turf.
Right.
And it's a huge disadvantage for us when we go downstate and if you don't have turf.
It is, and Raceland just put turf in on their new field. I don't know if you've been up there this year, but it looks so good driving by there on 23.
Now, hands it off. Second man through.
Looks like that Howard again. That'd be my guess.
Yep, that was Austin Howard on the carry. Now, again, Aiden Cooper, if you guys are just tuning in, Aiden Cooper has the lone touchdown. 8:55 to go here in the second quarter, so they're going to take a timeout. We will jump out, too. We'll be right back here on the D&D Sports Network. If you was pushed out of the area because of loss of work in the coal industry, look no longer. Jim Marr is here for you. Jim Marr is now hiring for all positions in the coal field. Stop by their offices in Logan, West Virginia or in Wheeling, West Virginia and apply today. All right, guys, we're back here in Lewis County. Jack Likens, Daryl McCoy. Jack, as you look at the screen, look at the stadium as it is filled to the gill. This is a great atmosphere. Beautiful night for football. You see Fleming County traveled well, and obviously the Lewis County Lions fans showed up in force.
They did, and prior to getting on here with you, I had to do my day job and got a couple phone calls from the sheriff's office that said that we're backed up on the AA here and down Lions Lane, so we got that taken care of. But it is filled up and looking for a good football game tonight. And we've seen one so far.
Yeah. So it's been a really good football game. You'd like to see Lions put a drive together here, either burn a lot of clock or get a score here before half and maybe get some of that momentum back.
Right. And that's they did that a little bit earlier. They drove the ball. I'm not sure what the time of possession was on that drive, but they drove the ball down the length of the field and probably ate up 7, 8, 9 minutes of the clock.
Yep.
Now they got it fourth down, getting ready to punt from their own goal line, and Howard with the punt, and then that's not going to go very far.
No, Fleming County is going to get it on the Lewis County side of the field, and didn't get the row you got last time.
No, that one was like a pitching wedge. It just hit and stopped.
They'll need 36 yards to go here, I think, before they punch it in. And
I'm not sure about you, but I think I run that same play again. Just come around the right-hand side here and let Number 20 there, Austin Trent, throw a block for me.
Well, as we're taking a second here, I want to thank Electric Plant Board, City of Vanceburg, for sponsoring tonight's game. They do a great job sponsoring all Lewis County athletics.
Now looking here at a couple of scores from around the area. Wow, he got hit hard, throws it up.
Oh, interception! Could be a pick six, one man to beat. And no, it was Landon Johnson threw him down.
Johnson brings down, that was Trey Jerky on the interception.
Yeah.
Using his wide receiver skills in the defensive backfield there to make that play. But I think the quarterback got hit hard there and just threw it up for grabs.
Well, that's one of the few mistakes we've seen Matt Rourke make here. He's had a very impressive night, and through the interception there, almost resulted in a pick six, if not for Landon Johnson.
Right, it did. Here's a score of note here. How about Letcher County Central up on Johnson Central, 20-14?
Wow. They have been dominated for years by Johnson Central. How big would that be? Look here, Austin Howard, he's going to still on his feet. He gets about half of what he needed there. Looks like about a gain of about 4. Man, that is huge. If Letcher Central can find a way to beat Johnson Central after being dominated for nearly a decade by the Golden Eagles.
Now that's down in your area, didn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll be there final week of the season as Bourbon County travels to Letcher. So, we had Letcher County to start the season. We'll have them to end the season. So.
Well, it's a heck of a trip for Bourbon County.
It is. The D&D Sports co-owner David Jones coaches Bourbon County, and former UK and Baltimore Raven stand out.
Looks like Lewis County's going to put 2 receivers to this side and 1 to the far side.
Snaps off. Cooper fires downfield.
Ooh. I think he was looking for Jerky and just threw to the wrong side of the field. He had Jerky open, but threw the outside instead of the inside.
I think Lewis County's coaching staff, they've seems like they're starting to feel the pressure of being behind a couple touchdowns, and they're throwing the ball a lot more these last couple drives.
That's the thing.
Just got a picture sent to us there of the Greenup County field, and looks like it's in need of some water, to say the least.
I tell you what, they've done a good job with their facilities up there too.
They do. Yep.
Lewis County with 2 wide to the right. McGlone in motion, handoff to Howard up the middle.
Yeah.
Out to the outside.
Howard's going to get the first down.
Stays
He's still
in
on
bounds.
his feet.
He fumbled the ball. What did I say a while ago?
Wow.
No, he's calling him down. He called him down by contact.
I think he was definitely down.
Right.
And there's a flag, late flag here too, as it looks like it's going to go against Landon Johnson, jawing a little bit there.
Well, you need to back up, Lewis County doing the right thing there. Braden McGlone back and Trey Jerky up off the ball and stop the jawing between the two.
Tell you what, Jack, you're one lucky man there.
I told you he didn't fumble.
Yeah. The Lions will take over here. It looks like on the 7-yard line. They got it in them. 6:49 to go here in the second quarter, and this right here, if you don't score here, it's going to be hard to beat this Fleming County team. And,
it is.
So a lot of importance here on these next 4 downs.
All right, and you go back to Austin Howard, I believe here, handoff right to Howard, and
he's dragging them.
He is. He gets met in the backfield and still able to pick up a couple yards on that play.
That was number 62 on the tackle.
Getting a little feisty down there between the two, and it was Aiden Johnson on the tackle there, and we've said his name quite a few times tonight.
So right here, I would like to see Howard, see him get something going to the outside with him. We've not seen that tonight really.
Right. This would almost be a good place for a play action to the tight end if you get the tight end open in the end zone.
I agree. Hands it off to Howard, and he's going to pick up another yard.
Of course, you do that 2 more times and you're in the end zone.
Yep.
So
Yeah, listen, I'm from Belfry. You know, Philip Haywood, he says you get 3 yards of carry, you're in good shape.
Well, there's a lot to go into that, right?
Yep.
We got second down and, third down at 2. There's a handoff to Howard again, who he got hit in the backfield.
Yeah.
Not going anywhere on that one.
This puts a lot of pressure here on this.
The last time on fourth down, I believe they just let Aiden Cooper take it in, but you know, you're 4 yards out now, and then can he get it in from 4 yards, or do you give it to Howard? Do you go somewhere else with this ball? I'm like you. Maybe you sweep the ball to the strong side of the field or to the far side to get him a little more room. Because I don't think anybody's going to catch him if he can get around that end.
That's me. I mean, if it's a race to get to the end zone, I'm going to bet on Howard.
Right.
So
looks like a timeout. Timeout, Lewis County.
So they take a timeout here. We'll stick right here through here. And, guys, make sure you stick around for the Citizens Bank halftime update as we get you caught up from scores around the region. And tonight's game, Lewis Countyans, if you want to know why you're at home and why you're getting to watch tonight's game in the comfort of your own home, it's our fine sponsors, Trace Creek Construction, Primary Plus, and Electric Plant Board of Vanceburg. I'm sure, they stepped up, sponsored this ball game. Big part in getting us here is are they partners with Lewis County? Do they do do they help y'all a lot here?
Well, those are 3 huge sponsors for the school system. I mentioned Trace Creek doing a lot of the construction here, but and a lot of people will do things they don't want you to tell what they did. Yeah. But I will say that our first trip for our girls to the state tournament back in 2021, a couple years ago, I got a phone call from a guy that said, here's my credit card. You get as many students on the school bus as you can and take them to Lexington. And that was one of our sponsors you just mentioned there.
That is awesome.
It's unreal. And then, not only the first game, the second game he did it, and then the Elite 8 game he did it again.
Cooper
touchdown.
Fires it, touchdown Lions. That is number 21.
Julian Puente with a catch there, and I'll tell you what, that was a bullet. I'm not sure how he caught that ball.
Me either, and listen, that right there was a risky pass because he threw it in heavy traffic.
He did, and may check Julian's hands for some stickum down there because that ball just stuck right there.
I agree.
But, go back to some of those sponsors. I mean, you ask kids, we got a penalty against Lewis County. But take back everything I said there.
Wow.
But still a heck of a throw and a heck of a catch. Cooper threw that ball as hard as he can from about 4 yards out, and then Puente made the catch. Unfortunately for Lewis County, it was a hold on the play. Now they got it fourth down from, about the 17, 18-yard line. So.
Yep. The big thing, they've got it down there. They just they got to learn how to finish off drives. And
right.
Right now they found themselves in a tough jam as it's 4th and 18. You got 2 wide receivers to the right side of your screen.
Man, I just want you to throw the ball up in the air and see if you can catch it. There's a pass to Jerky, and did he get in? Did he get in?
Did he get it?
Touchdown.
Touchdown Lions. And is that Jerky?
That was Jerky. That gives him 11 on the season, brings him 1 short of the school record for a season.
So he
needs 12. He needs 1 more to tie the school record
right now, right?
No, he needs 1 more to tie.
Okay.
He's got 11. The record was set in 1974, and it was 12.
Okay. The coaching staff beforehand, they was telling me he was at 11.
No, well, the record, what I showed had him at 10 on the stats. Now,
okay.
If they've not turned one in, then maybe they're right. But
here we go. Now, big 2-point conversion attempt here by the Lions.
Lewis County moved on that one.
Yeah.
Looked like number 57, Everett Horsley, moved a little bit before the snap.
4:38 to go here in the second quarter.
If you're a quarterback, you look at that and say, that's good. It gives me more room to throw the ball.
Yeah. Well, now here's the thing. With 4 minutes to go,
Well, after this here, you got to do something you've not done all night, and that's stop them.
Yeah, exactly. Who got the ball starting?
Lewis County kicked off, I think.
Okay, so Lewis County get the ball back. This will be a big score here and stop and get the ball back. You got a shot to go up then. Ooh, boy, he got in there quick on Cooper, knocked that ball down.
Good active hands there. Blocks it, and the score will set 18-12. Fleming County on top of Lewis County. We'll be right back here on Friday Night Football on the D&D Sports Network.
If you've not been to Nature's Pantry Foods in Allen, Kentucky, you're missing out. We got survival gear, ammo, knives, fishing gear. Got exotic meats including wild boar, water buffalo, elk, venison, wagyu, walleye, shrimp. Got flares, exploding targets, walkie-talkies, binoculars, exotic ammo. Got a large selection of everyday foods, candies, jam, and more. A lot of Amish foods here, including your Aftershock brand. So the next time you go looking for your hunting, fishing, or outdoor gear, don't go to the big box stores. Go to Nature's Pantry Food in Allen, Kentucky. Nature's Pantry Food is a proud supporter of all mountain athletes and is now accepting EBT cards.
All right, guys, we're back here in Lewis County. Jack Likens, Daryl McCoy, Friday Night Football on the D&D Sports Network. Lewis County scores the touchdown and brings it within one score as Fleming County takes the kickoff. And they're going to start, looks like around the 37-yard line.
Yeah, Caleb McIntyre got the kickoff there, and it looked to me like the whole time he was looking to give the ball to somebody, but nobody ever appeared for him to give it to.
Well, and a lot of these coaches, they've added that reverse into the special teams, and I've seen it more this year than I've ever seen it.
Right, I kind of like seeing those trick plays.
I do too.
We talked a little bit earlier. This is an important possession, a defensive possession for Lewis County to stop Fleming County here and not let them score.
Yeah, they've not stopped them all night, not come close to stopping them.
No.
So let's see if they can at least make them burn some clock here.
Fleming County 4.5 minutes to go. Now that's a good way to start right there.
Wow.
I'm going to answer that and say that the referee didn't call it.
It sure looked like it from up here, didn't it?
It did. It looked like he got a little bit of face mask.
We got a Lewis County being helped off the field.
I can't tell the number on that one.
Looks like number 8 or number 3. That's number 9.
Number 9, yeah. Number 9's Reese Bentley.
Man, hope he's okay, guys. Keep him in your prayers.
Well, I tell you, we got a good training staff there. We have a good contract with Southern Ohio Medical Center out of Portsmouth, Ohio, who supplies a trainer for us at every sporting event that we have. So,
So you don't have a steady team doctor. You rotate in and out.
Well, no, she's assigned to us for all of our sports, and then her name is Summer, and does a fantastic job with our student athletes.
Okay.
She's there. She'll be there Monday morning if he's hurt at all. She'll be there Monday morning to check him out. And she's there for our athletes, and we appreciate everything SOMC does for us. It's a great partnership we got with them.
Here we go. Panthers come up to the line of scrimmage.
Fleming County going 3 wide.
Oh, bad snap. Lewis County trying to beat them to it.
Gonna get it. Lewis County picks it up.
Wow, what a play by the Lewis County defense there, Jack.
It looked like Roark wasn't even expecting that snap, and Lewis County was anticipating the snap and picked it up. It looked like
he looked over at the wide receiver, and when he did, he snapped it over his head, and that right there is exactly what the Lions needed.
Yeah, Lewis County's going to take over possession on about the 16-yard line, and that was Julian Puente who came up with the fumble for the bad snap. I guess it goes down in the book as a fumble.
Yeah, we're starting to call that kid's name a lot here.
We are, and sound like a broken record, but a super good kid I'd never seen in the office. Great kid. Hand off to Howard. Couple of minutes. Look at those legs move. Still moving. Oh,
Well, I can tell you what, me and him didn't have much in common because I lived in the office.
Well, I will say I've been there 11 years. When I walked in day one, I walked in and looked, and I thought, I've been here a time or two.
Yep, there you go. How long you been principal here?
Yeah, this is my 11th year.
Okay. So last time, 2011.
It was prior to me being here.
Okay.
Yeah. Another handoff to Howard.
Yeah. He's ridden down there by number 62.
Aiden Johnson just jumped on his back, and
tell you what, Aiden Johnson, he's been on his back all night long.
He has. I think he is keyed in on Howard, and wherever Howard goes,
yeah.
I'm wanting to watch at halftime when Lewis County goes off and see if Aiden goes with him.
Yeah. They may have done that. May got him spying him.
That's one of those where the coach says, "You go wherever he goes."
Yeah. Now, are you a Lewis County alum?
I am. I graduated in '91 from here.
Okay.
That's a couple days ago.
Yeah. You weren't too far ahead of me there. So.
McGlone going in motion.
Yeah.
Cooper rolling to the right. No.
Ooh.
Boy, ball bounced up and could have easily been intercepted.
Yeah, one thing I've noticed with Cooper, he makes really good decisions. One thing he's going to have to learn is touch, when to put something on it and when to leave something off it. And we've seen him throw a couple short passes, like it was 70-yard bombs.
Right.
And he's got to learn sometimes to take that off it because it makes it really hard for the receivers to catch.
It does, and that's going to come with playing time. This is his first full season as quarterback, at least at the high school level. Now there's a nice touch pass. Did that ball hit the ground?
Undoubtedly it did.
Yeah, that's what the referee on this side of the field says it hit the ground. Yeah. But that's what you were talking about right there. That was a nice touch pass, just a little short of Howard.
Yeah, I've been very impressed. I followed him all season long, and for him to be as young as he is, just a sophomore, y'all got a really special sophomore class. And from what I hear, you got a really good 8th grade class as well.
Right.
I only dropped 1 or 2 games, and this sophomore class didn't drop a game in middle school.
Right.
So the future looks really bright for the Lions.
It does, and I will say that our middle school football coach, Dalton Stam, does a fantastic job with that group, and he's always got them working, always got them moving. And he's one of those coaches, you got to have a coach who has fun with the kids and the kids love and will do anything for them. And he's that kind of coach at the middle school level.
Now Martin County is leading Prestonsburg 20-6. If somebody wants to know how to watch the Scott game, just go look on D&D Sports Network. It's got it up there.
Fleming County letting the clock wind down here, and Lewis County's not going to take a timeout. With 1:40 left, Fleming County's got to go 92 yards. No, they didn't change that, did they?
No.
Ball on the 14, 86 yards away. So both teams may be content to walk in the locker room with this score.
And he's brought down.
Can't tell who was running that ball with the.
Yeah, I think it was Trent.
Yep.
Yeah.
Drew Noble on the tackle there. Drew Noble, number 8 there, is a big tight end and plays center on the basketball team. Another sophomore, does an outstanding job.
Now Austin Trent over 1,000 yards rushing on the year, and looking to add some more here. But this strategy plays into Lewis County because you go in the locker room, you get the ball first coming out, and if you can just stop them from reaching the end zone here, I think you go in the locker room with some momentum.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. Trent hitting the backfield and stopped and going to be brought down for a loss. Do you take a timeout here if you're Lewis County and force them to punt the ball? I almost take a timeout and say punt it and put Austin Howard back there to receive it. But
yeah, that's not a bad idea, Jack.
Looks like both teams are going to let that clock just run and go in the locker room with the score the way it is. We've seen really nice, good high school football game for the first half tonight.
Seen a great first half game here, and this game has lived up to the hype so far. So, guys, make sure we're going to give you halftime to hit that like and share button, get people on here, because we're going to have one heck of a second half for you guys coming up in just a minute. But come right back as we got the Citizens Bank halftime update.
If you've not been to Nature's Pantry Foods in Allen, Kentucky, you're missing out. We got survival gear, ammo, knives, fishing gear. Got exotic meats including wild boar, water buffalo, elk, venison, wagyu, walleye, shrimp. Got flares, exploding targets, walkie-talkies, binoculars, exotic ammo. Got a large selection of everyday foods, candies, jam, and more. A lot of Amish foods here, including your Aftershock brand. So the next time you go looking for your hunting, fishing, or outdoor gear, don't go to the big box stores. Go to Nature's Pantry Food in Allen, Kentucky. Nature's Pantry Food is a proud supporter of all mountain athletes and is now accepting EBT cards. If you was pushed out of the area because of loss of work in the coal industry, look no longer. Jim Marr is here for you. Jim Marr is now hiring for all positions in the coal field. Stop by their offices in Logan, West Virginia or in Wheeling, West Virginia and apply today. Come on down to Three Guys Pizza and Brew in Williamson, West Virginia. We're located on the corner of Harvey Street and 3rd Avenue. We got great deals on pizzas, sandwiches, and more. You get great service with great pricing. Enjoy your birthday or ball games with us here at Three Guys Pizza and Brew. Look forward to seeing you. If you've not been to Nature's Pantry Foods in Allen, Kentucky, you're missing out. We got survival gear, ammo, knives, fishing gear. Got exotic meats including wild boar, water buffalo, elk, venison, wagyu, walleye, shrimp. Got flares, exploding targets, walkie-talkies, binoculars, exotic ammo. Got a large selection of everyday foods, candies, jam, and more. A lot of Amish foods here, including your Aftershock brand. So the next time you go looking for your hunting, fishing, or outdoor gear, don't go to the big box stores. Go to Nature's Pantry Food in Allen, Kentucky. Nature's Pantry Food is a proud supporter of all mountain athletes and is now accepting EBT cards.
All right, guys, we're here at halftime right now. Lewis County trails Fleming County 16-12. And come on over here, Emily. This is Emily Cole. She is a star. Look at this camera here. She is a star pitcher here in Lewis County, and you're not just a star here in Lewis County. The entire state has watched what you've done the last couple of years. What makes Lewis County so special, and why do you like it here so much?
I love the people here. It's just really like a home atmosphere. I love playing in front of the crowd, and whenever we go to big tournaments, I know everyone has our backs, like all the fans, and it's awesome.
Now, you was told to also give a shout out to who?
The administration.
There
it's
you
awesome.
go. So may keep you out of the office.
Yes.
So, what you done last year, back-to-back region titles. What's different? We see your coach in the background here. What's different about y'all's program than everybody else's?
I feel like we really work really hard. Every single girl is committed to this sport, and it's really like a big family, so we really get along together so we can play good together.
Now, you're a senior, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So, when you look down your roster, who are some of the other players that everybody needs to know?
We have some really good star athletes coming up. Our freshmen and our sophomores are a really good class right now, and they're really going to help us pull through this year. I believe so. They're really good for us.
Every pitcher needs a great catcher. Who's your catcher?
Absolutely, Jara Lucas, and she's awesome.
There you go. When you look back at your career, how you've dominated, especially the 16th region. What's next? What do you hope to achieve this year?
Our team's really set on going to the state championship. We've had that dream for a couple of years now, and it's really starting to become a reality.
Yep.
So I hope we can do it.
Do y'all got enough firepower to, I mean, we know you got the pitch, and you got enough offense to make that happen?
I believe we're going to work really hard in the off season to get our bats going, so I think we'll be really good next year.
Now, you had a lot of offers, a lot from big-time schools. You know, you elected to stay home and go to Huntington. What went behind the choice there?
I like the home atmosphere that Huntington has. It's really like Lewis County, but it's bigger there in Huntington. And I really like what I played for, the 75 there, and I love the story behind it.
I hear you're a farm girl.
Yes.
Yeah. What kind of farming do you do?
I just live on a farm with cows.
Okay.
That's what it.
So is that something that kept you here, staying close to your parents? Is that something?
Yes, absolutely. I would never I'm not really a city person. I like being home with everyone I know, and I know my neighbors, so I kind of want to stay that my whole life.
Well, I've seen you down here cheering hard for your Lions. You know, is that something that no matter the program, are you there to support them like they support you?
Absolutely. I love seeing my fellow athletes succeed, and I love having a big name for our school. We're good in sports, and I feel like our football team's really good this year.
Well, right now, when people think of Lewis County, it's softball. I mean, y'all are the show, I mean, y'all are the reason people even know Lewis County.
That's awesome.
So, when you take and look heading into this year, knowing that you're back-to-back region champs, is there any pressure heading into the season?
Absolutely. Every game there's pressure, but pressure is a privilege, and it's awesome to have.
So you thrive off pressure?
Absolutely.
Well, let me ask you something. Is it who got you into softball? Who feeds your love, and who's your role model?
My father, absolutely. He works with me every single night. No matter what he's doing, he always takes time off to help me, and he's really helped me grow as a player.
What's his name?
Marty Cole.
All right, listen, I know that we got one college coach, softball coach that watches every one of these football games, but there's going to be numerous on here watching. If you had to give your spiel, what makes you so special? We know you're already committed, but what makes you so special? How would you give that spiel to somebody? How would you say, well, right here's, why you should recruit me, and, what did you say to Marshall to get them to recruit you?
I feel like I'm just a hard worker, and I thrive off people around me. So when I have a good support system, I feel like I do good, but I just love everybody around me.
Is there any weaknesses that you want to fix and shore up?
Definitely my mental game. I feel like having a strong mental game will help me in the postseason and longer games. So
you play any other sports?
No, just softball.
Just softball? Okay. What about the classroom? Do you get it done there?
Yes, I'm taking college classes right now as a senior.
So student first, athlete second. So that's going to set up. I can tell just talking to you. I mean, I do this for a living. I meet a lot of big time prospects, and no doubt, just having the conversation with you, you're a Division I athlete.
Thank you.
I mean, you carry yourself like it, and very mature for your age. I can't wait. When you take and look, 5-6 years down the road, what do you hope? What kind of legacy do you hope to leave here at Lewis County?
I hope we get more kids involved in sports. I feel like that's kind of declining in our country. People are more apt not to play sports, and I really like to see kids involved in sports because it helps their personality and who they are as a person.
Especially down here, Lewis County, they're one of the unknown schools. They get overshadowed by the Ashlands, the Greenup counties, Russells. So Lewis County's over here, by themselves. That's one thing that I don't think you realize that you're doing. Emily Cole is giving people a reason to want to learn about Lewis County and know what Lewis County is.
I feel like it's great we're competing with all the big schools, and it's good that we're a little school making a big name for ourselves, and that's going to help us with the future and getting our name out there.
What's your best pitch?
Probably my changeup. I love that pitch.
Who's your favorite team?
What do you mean?
Who's your favorite sports athletic team?
New York Yankees. I watch them every night.
Yankees right now, they're on one, and I'm also a Yankees fan.
Really?
So yes, Aaron Judge having a great year. Yankees. I became a Yankees fan back when Derek Jeter signed with Jordan Brand. So diehard Yankees fan. I was always a Mariano Rivera fan. But what's your favorite color?
Purple.
Purple. Okay. What's the last song you listened to?
Taylor Swift.
Okay. We know you're going to Marshall, but growing up, what college team did you cheer for?
I've always been an Alabama fan because of Montana.
Oh,
I
yeah.
really look up to her, so I think it's really cool.
Okay. Montana grew up just a little bit down the road here,
Yeah.
So and that's another thing that you don't realize. A lot of these girls, Montana, she's been gone a few years, so now it's Emily Cole. You're going to be the one coming back putting these camps on, and you're going to be the one looked at the way you look at Montana.
That would be awesome.
Yep. What we got left? 5:19. You want to throw your coach on a second,
Yeah,
and we'll talk to him?
absolutely.
Listen, really nice meeting you. D&D Sports Network. We added y'all a couple of years ago, and we're just now getting up here full time. You need anything at all, when you go out, have big games, make sure that you message us so we can make sure that we get that out for you.
Okay, awesome.
So,
Thanks for having me.
all right.
Always go Lions.
Coach, you want to grab this? We'll talk to Coach here for a minute or so, running short. Emily, she took a little bit of your time, but I'm sure you're not going to complain.
Oh no. I enjoy listening to Emily talk about the program. Very special kid.
Special young lady. That's what I was telling her. I talk to athletes all the time, and just talking to her, I could tell she's a Division I athlete, the way she carries herself.
Oh, absolutely. And she's done so much for this program. She's done so much for this community.
Yeah.
Everyone rallies behind this program, and she's a big part of that.
Well, that's what people don't realize. Lewis County, they're overshadowed by Ashland, Raceland, Boyd County. A lot of people don't really care to know what's going on here. Well, she's gave everybody a reason to know. Everybody in the state, if you ask them one thing about Lewis County, they can say Emily Cole. How's that been to coach a young lady like that?
Well, it's been pretty special for me, just coming in and last season was my first season, and then having the talent that we have with her and Kayla Sullivan on the roster. I got the best pitcher in the state, and I got one of the best hitters in the state. Just having those girls to lead this program made things a lot easier for me. And, just watching them work with the young kids now to help build the program for the future, it's amazing what these young ladies are doing. Back-to-back
region titles, so only one of them yours, right?
Only one of them's mine.
Yeah,
that is correct.
But we're getting another one this year, right?
Well, we sure hope so.
Do you got the offense to back up her pitching?
Well, we're going to return 8 starters this year from the state tournament team. The team that we put on the field at state tournament, we're going to have 8 of those starters back. We're sitting okay with her on the mound and the lineup we put on the field. I think we can put a very good defensive team behind her and get the bats going.
Well, I tell you, we'd love to come up here and cover y'all some. We're definitely going to be writing about your team, and you make sure that you let us know what's going on with your team pre-season. We'll try to get up here ahead of it and sit down with you, spend a little bit more time with you. But I appreciate you coming up here and joining us, and appreciate y'all having us.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us.
Thanks,
appreciate
Coach.
you.
All right, guys, as we're sitting here, 2:34 to go, we're going to take one quick break, and we'll come back and get you caught up with all the scores going on around the region. All right, guys, we are back. Jack Likens, Daryl McCoy, and we're here on the Citizens Bank halftime update. Emily Cole and softball program we just had on. What an impressive kid there that you got. I mean, you got to enjoy teaching and coaching Emily Cole.
Emily, I said that before. Emily's a great kid. She's one of those in the school that, you hate to say a kid's perfect because they make mistakes, but she does everything right. And we've got a bunch of those kids at the high school, a bunch of them on the softball team. We're blessed to have student athletes who behave like young men and young women, and she's just she's the model for them. She's one of the, if she's walking down the hallway and a kid drops a pencil, she's going to bend over, pick it up, and give it back to him. Outstanding young lady, and Marshall's, I said it before, Marshall's lucky to get a girl like her.
Well,
I'd heard that she actually had offers from some, bigger Power 5 programs, and she elected to stay home, close to home.
She's one who wants to stay close to home. She wants to stay close to home. Her mom and dad can come watch her. Her mom and dad are at every game. Her dad's actually one of the assistant coaches. Her grandpa, who was the sheriff here 30 years ago, goes to every ball game. And I think that meant a lot to her, him being able to go to Huntington, drive an hour to see her play softball, and he'll be able to continue doing that. But, that shows you what kind of girl she is, or what kind of young lady. Chance to go to UK or Louisville or a school like that, and picks Marshall so her family can come watch her.
Well, as we're sitting here, we got Misty Price says who's playing. It's Fleming County on top right now of Lewis County, 18-12. We got Jack Likens, Daryl McCoy on the call. We got Tara Fry says, let's go Lions. Got a lot of people tuning in here. Make sure you guys hit that like and share button. Get these numbers up for these boys. And going to go over a couple scores from around the region here real quick. And we'll see if any of them shocks you. The 42-0 Belfry over Pike Central. Shocking or not?
I'm not sure that's too shocking. Are you?
No, absolutely. Pikeville, 31-0 over Hazard.
That's a little surprising that's that big.
I think so, too. I expected a close one there.
Right.
Raceland up 10-0 at the half on Paintsville.
See, I would have thought, and I will say that I had somebody earlier in the week tell me that would be a running clock.
I would have thought the same thing.
Right.
I mean, I'm a big fan of Coach Hoskins, but Raceland has looked untouchable. So,
they do a great job at Raceland also.
Check this one out. East Carter on top of Russell, 7-6.
Russell's having a really bad year. I'm not sure. I think are they 0-7, 0-8 right now? I'm not sure they won a game.
Yeah.
Doesn't really surprise me. East Carter's been building for a while, so and they're good.
They've kind of let off the gas though. They're as the season's going on, it seems like they're getting worse. And,
right.
Right now it's showing as Russell's got them within one. So,
I would have thought East would have been up big.
Letcher still on top of Johnson Central, 20-14.
That just shocks me.
That blows my mind. The Martin County up 26 on Prestonsburg. Ashland up 27 on Greenup County. Shelby Valley taking care of Bath County, 49-6. We got Herbert Hoover on top of Mingo Central, 42-0. Lawrence County tied up with Floyd Central, 21-21.
Now, what did you say the Greenup County score was? Did you say it was 20-7?
Yep.
Ashland's up.
Winning.
And that's a big game for Greenup County.
Yeah. This one, that Lawrence County game, that is the most shocking to me.
Right.
Lawrence County looks like they was the king of 3A, and never bet against Sean Hager. So jumping up, Estill County losing to Bell County, 16-13. Then looks like Boyd County and Rowan County are tied up 7-all. We got Chapmanville up 36-7 on Logan. Very shocking there. We got Boyle County on top of Bourbon County, 42-6. And I think that's going to wrap up the scores we got.
Jump back to that Boyd County. I don't know if you've seen Boyd County play this year. And somebody, you talk about the quarterbacks, you talk about the running backs and receivers, but, man, they have an outstanding kicker.
Yes, they do.
He's just, we played him earlier in the year at their place, and during warm-ups, he was kicking 40-yard field goals, and you don't see that at a high school level.
No, Trey Holbrook, he's the real deal. He's a kid that does everything for Boyd County, but, they got one of the better kickers that we've seen in maybe a decade here in the area. So
I think they told me he was a soccer player.
Was he?
I think that's what they said when we were up there, but I'll tell you what, he can kick the ball.
So as we're looking down the sideline here, looks like Lewis County is going to try to come out and get a quick score to tie this thing up. But so far, no team has completed a point-after attempt. How about that?
Goes back to what we were talking about with Boyd County.
Yeah, exactly.
If you got a kicker, sometimes that's the MVP there.
Tonight's sponsors are Trace Creek Construction, Primary Plus, and Electric Plant Board of Vanceburg. You're watching Friday Night Football on the D&D Sports Network. Here we go. Return.
Jackson Reister picked the ball up at about the 7 or 8 yard line and gets it up to the 28. Good return for Jackson Reister there, another sophomore.
Now, guys, a lot of records at stake here. What's the two records we're watching right now?
We got Austin Howard, who, and I didn't check at halftime, I should have checked, was It needed 294 yards. Not going to get that tonight to get the school record for rushing yards in a season. And then Trey Jerky needs one more reception touchdown,
Okay.
to tie the school record for a season of 12 that was set back in 1974.
Now, we was told by your PA announcer to say that the 1978 team was the best ever at Lewis County. Is that true?
Well, I'm going to tell you, he was he was on the 78 team, if that surprises you. But the 78 team did go undefeated. They finished the season 10-0. However, they did lose the first game of the playoff. Lewis County has never won a playoff game.
Never?
Never.
Wow. So that's something that could change this year.
Could change this year, yes.
I mean, this team, I've been on this horse for a while. You guys impressed me the first couple weeks of the season. And if right now, depending on who y'all line up against, in the playoffs, I can't say that it would be a shock for me to see y'all win y'all's first ever playoff game.
Right now, and I believe our sister district is District 5.
You
I
got
believe.
Bell County, right?
I was thinking it was Estill County in that area.
Yeah, Bell County, Estill.
Right, right. And you got to look and see who, if we win, we're the 2 seed. If we lose, we're the 3. So who's their 2? Who's their 3?
I think it's going on that game that's going on right now, and it looks like that Bell County will be.
Okay.
So, that's going to be a tough one. It's hard to go to Log Mountain and get a win.
Oh, interception.
Oh, yep. Interception.
That's not the way Lewis County wants to come out.
By number 10.
And he may go all the way, Daryl.
He's got the blockers.
No, there was a penalty there. Got to be a penalty. I saw a block in the back, but nobody else saw it.
That was number 10. We got number 10?
Number 10, sorry. Number 10 is Isaac Fry. I think me and the 700 people on this side saw a block in the back, but the guys in stripes didn't see it, which is all that matters.
So they didn't call a flag then?
They did not.
Wow. The Isaac Fry, I'm taking it. That's probably his mother on there watching, so.
So we better say good things about him, right?
Yeah, I mean, nice pick coming out of the locker room. And
now, in all honesty, he did make a really good play on that ball and jumped up to catch it, and then, returned it 30-plus yards for a touchdown.
And you hate that, too, for Lewis County. They fought so hard to get back in this thing. And
guess what, Daryl? We got an extra point conversion.
There we go. Score is going to say that. 25-12 right now. Fleming County on top of Lewis County. We'll stay right here during this one. I want to throw up real quick here. Want to thank our friends at Electric Plant Board for sponsoring tonight's game. Can you tell us a little bit about the folks there and what they stand for?
Well, I hate to, but I will. The guy you were talking about that told you the 78 team was the best team ever is the superintendent of the Electric Plant Board, Bill Tom Stone.
Okay.
And Bill Tom, he and I have been friends for a long, long time. He's much older than I am, but we've been friends for a long time. And he, he's one of those guys, if I say, Bill, I need this for the football team, he doesn't know the word no. Okay. And I get what I need, or the boys get what they need, and we built a new facility up here on the hill. You can see it up here, part of our renovation. And Bill called me one day and he said, "Hey, we got a guy at Lowe's that has a $1,500 refrigerator. We can get it for $5. What do you want to do?"
Oh wow!
I said, "Get it." He said, "Who's going to get it?" And I said, "Bill, I thought you was getting it." He went and got it, brought it to the school. So great guy.
Yeah.
I just hope he's not listening.
Every school needs somebody like that. Lewis County's going to take over on the 40 here. Let me ask you something, Matt. You look at this layout here. You see quite a few steps going up there, and I seen during the halftime pregame, players have to go up them. Do they ever gripe about that?
Well, I tell you,
that's pretty good distance.
This is the first year we've had that.
Okay.
That's part of our new addition is we built a new locker room for the football team up there. It has a batting cage in it for anybody can use it. Football. We've had our basketball team in there. Our cheerleaders use it. Obviously, our baseball and softball teams use it. Our golf team has used it. But it's a facility for everybody to use. But no, that's a new addition.
Well, and that's something. I'm gonna give the players a little a little courage here. You know, I'd like to see a locker room down here for them.
Well, yes, and we've talked about that. The bad thing about where we sat at here is if you look on the other side of that tree line is a creek, and it runs all the way down through here. And in the spring, the water will get up.
Yeah.
And, you know, I've seen it up to the track, but never on the football field. But it's hard to build stuff down here. Exactly.
So and you know, I kind of like it. You know, it's got character. It's down in a bowl here, and you know, it's a very neat setup. You know, you guys can go on our social media and you can see the picture I put out before. It's just a picturesque place to play a football game. I mean, you got the mountains behind you. You're down here in the bowl. As you come down, it just looks like, you know, a big old ranch down here, and you playing some football on.
Right.
Yeah, there's Howard.
Howard's still trying to break one, and you know, it's funny that you mentioned that. When I first became principal over here 11 years ago, we had a superintendent who's retired since, but would always talk to me about this down here, and I referred to it. You referred to it as a ranch. I referred to it as the back 40.
Okay.
But you know, it's a super nice facility. You know, we used to play football right behind us on a smaller field.
Yeah.
Been over here for goodness, probably 25 years now. And you talked about getting turf. Don't think we can ever get turf down here because we are in the flood zone. Ooh, Cooper get hit hard there again.
That would be extremely hard. I don't know what you would have to do to make that happen, because I mean, if you go to building you know, walls and stuff around here, then you know, you got to get all the permits, and you know, it would be very hard. But you hate to see that not a reality for Lewis County.
Right. Yeah, and you know, if you look at building a wall down here, you push the water onto somebody else, and you know, that's not right either. But you know,
and that's kind of what this is. I mean, it's kind of a levee, you know. I mean, for water to come and lay, you know. So, you know, I mean, it does benefit the
does. And, you know, there are times in the spring where our baseball field will have 4 or 5 feet of water on it.
Yeah, you hate to see that.
Cooper under a lot of pressure here, rolling out,
and he gets clobbered by number Aiden Johnson. Is there any surprise?
No. You know, if you told me that there was a sack and you maybe guess a number, I'd guess 62. You know, he's been all over the field.
He has caught the principal gone, and he has come in and took Aiden Cooper and Austin Howard's lunch money all night. I mean, he's been after him.
He's done a really, really good job. You know, looking at a fourth down here, and that was a huge interception there, just a little bit ago by Fry. You know, the momentum totally switches there. Lewis County's got a chance to drive down and take a lead, and then instead of being able to take a lead, now they're down 13 points and punting the ball.
Nice punt.
Fleming County not going to pick that up, I wouldn't think.
No, and they're going to, I mean, not great field position for Fleming County, so Lewis County caught a break there, and now you just got to be able to pin them again like we talked about. You know, the only stop that they've had all night has been the interception. So, you know, can they play, you know, a good possession of defense here and get the ball back in good field position?
Yeah, you know, Lewis County has to have a stop here. The Fleming County drives down, scores a touchdown. It's you know, you hate to say game's over in the third quarter, but it's almost over. You know, Lewis County hadn't shown the ability to throw the ball, and you know, you get down 3 touchdowns, you're going to have to start throwing the ball.
Yeah,
not doing a real good job protecting the quarterback tonight.
Yeah, it's definitely as the game's going on, you know, it looks like that, you know, in the trenches, you know, it's definitely wearing on the linemen.
The handoff up the middle, and,
and there's
looks like he's going, unless Howard can catch, Howard's going to catch him.
Yeah. You're not going to outrun him.
No, you are not.
I'd line him up against anybody in our coverage area, and you know, on a 40-yard dash, you're not going to get ahead of that kid.
No, I think he could probably spot most kids 5 or 10 yards in the 40-yard, and then he's going to win. But I tell you what, Austin Trent there has done a really good job. I'm not sure how many yards he's got tonight, but he's got to be approaching 100, if not more. And you know, Fleming County's doing a good job running the ball, doing a good job of keeping Lewis County out of the backfield and allowing their runners a hole to run through.
You are, man.
Looks
Motion,
like a false start here, maybe.
I mean, movement on the offense. Now, Jack, who do you root for in college? You a UK fan?
Well, you know what? No, I am not. I'm a North Carolina Tar Heel fan.
We all got our faults.
Well, I can. A lot of people around here say that's one of my faults. Another one may be rooting for the St. Louis Cardinals, and then definitely another one is rooting for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, well, that's one I could definitely take gripe with. You know, I'm a Bengals fan.
Well,
so.
and you know what I like to do when I'm around Bengal fans, especially after they went to the Super Bowl last year, is I like to have two hands up and make the number 6.
That's not funny.
You know what that you know what that represents, right?
Yes, I do.
And then if you close your fist, that represents how many the Bengals have, right? What a pass and what a catch, and
that was number 10 again.
Number 10, Isaac Fry.
Yep.
That's his second touchdown, and
yeah,
both of them
this half.
One offensively and one defensively, and a heck of a throw right there, though. I mean, that ball was right over his shoulder. It was like you dropped it in. Great pass, great call by Coach Spencer at Fleming County.
Now, if you're Lewis County, all of a sudden pressure is on you. You know they've been down. What was it? They were down a couple touchdowns earlier. 18-6 was their biggest deficit.
Right.
So you see them down 31-12. They're going to have to start airing it out a little bit.
Right, and if you're
straight
did
through.
we make that one?
Yep, that's through. So it's going to pump the score up to 32-12. 20-point advantage right now for the Panthers over the lines. We'll be right back here on the D&D Sports Network, Friday Night Football.
If you was pushed out of the area because of loss of work in the coal industry, look no longer. Jim Marr is here for you. Jim Marr is now hiring for all positions in the coal field. Stop by their offices in Logan, West Virginia or in Wheeling, West Virginia and apply today.
Here we go. We are back here, guys, as we got Jack Likens, Daryl McCoy. Jack, I've enjoyed having you on here right now. We got 32-12 lead for Fleming County, and Lewis County having trouble fielding the ball.
But the grass is getting wet. Ball bouncing on the grass, hard to pick up, and then you start slipping and falling. Reister, they're lucky to hold on to the ball and not give it back to Fleming County.
Yeah, it's almost like a dew is falling out here.
Right.
And, it's made the ball and the ground a little slippery. And we'll see how that affects the lines here as they're going to have to start throwing the football here.
They're going to have to start throwing the ball, and if it's wet, it's going to be hard to throw. Got to get, the key for Lewis County right now is you got to protect the quarterback.
Yep.
You almost have to throw the running game out. You're down 20. You're down 3 scores.
Yeah.
But, the Fry interception return for a touchdown was huge. Let's kind of give the ball to Howard. He's still fighting for yards.
How about got Union offensive line Coach Moore on? So definitely Coach Moore, you tuned in for a good one. We've had a couple linemen. One you definitely want to pay attention to is Aiden Johnson for Fleming County. And pack back the word, number 11, Austin Howard. Even though they're down right now, the young man looking like one of the best athletes on the field.
Right. I think there's no doubt he's the best athlete on the field. Fleming County's got some good athletes also.
They do. Austin Trent is a stud.
Austin he's one that's hard to bring down when he gets going. And we've seen Isaac Fry here score 2 touchdowns in this quarter.
Yeah.
In the last 10 minutes? Well, I guess 6 minutes of play.
Yep. And Trent and Austin Trent for Fleming County and Austin Howard for Lewis County both comes into tonight's game with 78 tackles on the year. That's pretty impressive.
That's good for, you expect a lineman maybe have that, but you look at Austin Howard, who doesn't play on the line, to get those tackles means he's pursuing the ball. He's not standing and watching. Here's a sweep out here to Austin Howard. If he can get around here, he may be gone. Going to get
he's still on his feet.
He stepped out of bounds.
Yeah. If he could have walked that tightrope, he would have been gone.
Yeah, if he had another yard or two on this side of the field, he'd have been gone. But the explosive speed there and the defensive pursuit of Howard by Fleming County, they use that 13th man here, the sideline, to take him down.
But Kirk Douglas Rodman says that boy's going to catch anyone if you give him a chance.
I'm assuming he's talking about Austin Howard.
Yeah, he was talking about Austin Howard there.
He will. He can catch anybody.
So, guys, you're watching the Mountains' #1 source for sporting news, the D&D Sports Network, Friday Night Football.
Well, this kind of lined up. We're going to run it again, sweep out to Howard.
Howard trying to navigate his way through traffic. He's caught there by Landon Johnson.
There's a good hard run there to pick up 2 yards. And Fleming County is keyed on Austin Howard all night. So, the yards he gets, he's earning every yard he picks up.
Honestly, I'm sitting here trying to think. Has anybody else carried the football?
Other than the quarterback sneak for a touchdown down here, I don't think anybody else has carried the football for Lewis County.
No, I mean, that makes what he's doing even more impressive.
Another sweep to him.
That right there is what we talked about they should have been doing in the first half. Getting some stuff out to the edge, allowing him to use his speed.
Right.
Especially when you got, everybody focusing on him like that,
Well, you could see there when they run a sweep to the left-hand side of the field here, and, there's 5 Panthers there to try to bring him down.
Yep. And the Landon Johnson kid, he's another kid that we've called his name all night long.
Yeah, Fleming County's got a couple players we've mentioned time and time again. Lewis County has not got the ball, I think, one time in the hands of Trey Jergy, too. And he's a big part of the offense.
Yeah, he had that touchdown.
Here's a rollout. Cooper rolling out. He's going to have to take it and run, and not going to pick up the first down. But Lewis County's got to be in 4-down territory here. They've got to go for it down 3 scores. Now, look like it's going to be about 4th and 2, 4th and 3. Cooper with a good run there.
Again, guys, if you're wanting to know what prospects are up next, you better put Aiden Cooper on that list, because the next couple of years, that's going to be a kid that you're going to hear his name each and every week in the articles. You're going to see him in the rankings. I mean, this kid, he has a really high ceiling if he continues to work.
He does. Looks like timeout Lewis County here. But, yeah, Aiden does. He continues to work. I know early in the season, Coach Peterson was working with him on his footwork, dropping back and throwing the ball, did some mechanical work with him, and it looks like it's paid off. As you see, most time you see a young quarterback gets back there and their feet are constantly moving, they're dancing.
Yeah.
Aiden has stopped that. He gets back there, he looks to drop back and throw the ball and plant his feet. Tonight he's been running a little bit for his life, but made a good run there, a pickup of, it looks like probably 7 or 8 yards. Very important 4th down here for Lewis County, though. They got to convert this one to have any hope to get back in the game.
Jack, I definitely want to take while we got the second here, and I thank you guys for having D&D Sports down. Like I said, Lewis County, I got a special place in my heart. I got family from down here. A lot of my childhood was spent here in Lewis County, so I see them overshadowed by the city schools. And you take a girl like Emily Cole, she's got the state's attention right now. You take and put a media company behind her and pushing that's just going to shine a spotlight where every athlete can benefit here at Lewis County. And it all starts with the administration allowing us in here.
Well, we one of our goals as an administrator at the high school and the district is to get our kids seen and to get our kids publicity when they deserve it. And we appreciate you coming here and doing this for us. We want our kids to be seen. We want to be able to talk about our kids, and and not just what they do on the field, but the young men and women that we're sending out into the colleges. It doesn't get any better than Austin Howard, Emily Cole. You talked to her earlier. Quarterback sneak, looks like he picked it up. We've got other, I can't mention all of them.
Yeah.
Our volleyball team's going to the regional tournament, lost a heartbreaker last night to Raceland.
What about baseball? You getting baseball stars?
We've got our baseball program is on the rise now.
Okay.
Been down a couple years. Young man sitting right here in front of me is one of the pitchers on the team. They work hard every day. Do an outstanding job. But
So
not
there
just
he is.
right, not just like I said, on the field, on the court, but in the classroom, in the hallways. Very rarely do I see an athlete in the office in trouble.
There we go.
Cooper with a
And
screen pass.
Yeah. Again, footing being an issue here.
Yeah, looked like he just slipped there and fell.
And that's what, that's the easy thing. D&D Sports, at the end of there's no media outlet as large as us. We got more followers than any high school sports media outlet. The only media outlet bigger than D&D Sports in the state of Kentucky is KSR, and they're college related. So,
right.
Coming down here, it gave us a chance to put Lewis County on a statewide platform, and we've been excited. We planned this first week of the season. Your coaches reach out, some administration, and we've had this circled. There's a reason why I come down here to do this. It means a lot to me to come down here to Lewis County and get to cover these athletes. I've been a big fan of Mr. Howard, getting to see him, and I couldn't be more happy to have Lewis County in the D&D sports coverage area.
Well, we appreciate it, and like I said, anything we can do to get our athletes out there and be seen by the most people as possible. That's I thought he came down that catch. But that's our ultimate goal is to get our kids publicity and let other people see the talent that we have here in Lewis County. And you talked to one while ago. Emily is super talented at softball. We've got others. We've got a lot of kids who play two sports. We have some. We've got Sarah Weddington who is an outstanding volleyball player. I believe I'm not going to get the number right, but Cats Paul's for girls basketball in the 16th region, I believe she was 4th or 5th preseason.
Okay.
And then she plays on the softball team. She's one of the usually bats second and plays first base on the softball team. So an outstanding athlete there. And again, broken record here. Can't find a better kid in the school than our athletes. Sarah's one, Emily's one, Austin's another one, and I could go right down the list. But we appreciate you being here and getting our kids some publicity that they need and that they deserve.
Well, I'll tell you a kid that I definitely didn't know about coming up here, but I'm going to know about walking away, and that's Braden McClone. I've been very impressed with that kid, the effort that he's put forth, the way that he never gives up. Very impressive kid on the gridiron.
He is, and we I talked earlier about he's going to find the ball no matter where it's at. If he's on the 30 on this side and the ball's on the 30 on that side, he's going to go find that ball. And you watch him on the basketball court and does the exact same thing. And something I haven't talked enough about or haven't mentioned at all is our
Austin Trent.
Yeah, there he goes again.
Yeah.
He's
trying to get to the sideline. He does. One man to beat. And he's finally ridden down at the 30-yard line.
It looks like Jackson Reister, number 2, chased him down.
Yeah.
But, our coaching staffs here at Lewis County, they're second to none. They everything they do is for the athletes, trying to get them publicity. Coaches don't get enough credit for they don't make millions of dollars, but they do everything they can to help our athletes and help any athlete reach that next level. It looks like a penalty on Fleming County. And we're blessed to have, great coaches at the, on our football staff, on our softball staff, basketball staffs, both boys and girls. They're always kid first and want to do what's best for the students.
Now, Coach Peterson, the little background on him. How long has he been here?
This is Coach Peterson's first year with us.
Okay.
And, you know.
Doing a great job.
Oh, listen, I couldn't ask for a better man to come in and take over the program. Looks like a handoff here. Number 2, Landon Johnson for Fleming County. But, you know, we had an opening for a head football coach here back in the spring. We started to do a search and got a phone call from a guy named Gene Peterson. He said, is this Mr. Likens? I said, it is. He said, I'm interested in the head football job there. And I said, are you kidding? He said, no. I said, okay, let's come in and talk to the athletic director, Josh Hughes. And I haven't mentioned Coach Hughes. Josh Hughes does a fantastic job as the AD. But I get a hold of Coach Hughes and said, I need you to set up a meeting with Gene Peterson, talk about the job. They get together. Coach Peterson calls me and says, I'm really interested in the job. And I got a hold of my search committee that we had formed to find a football coach, and I said, hey, our search is over. We found our guy, and we hired Coach Peterson, and the rest is history. He's done a fantastic job.
He has, and you know, I'm interested to see what he does these next couple of years with the talent. You know, I mean, you're obviously going to have a big void to fill with Howard leaving, but he is a senior.
He is correct.
But you know, with his sophomore class, and then you know the freshman you got coming up the pipeline, you know, give it a couple of years, Lewis County is going to be right there fighting for district titles.
Right, I think you're correct in that. And part of getting them from the middle school to the high school is holding them together.
Yep.
And you know, I think Coach Peterson and this staff is going to be able to do that.
Yeah, that's the big thing. I mean, you got a lot of programs surrounding you guys, and you know, you got the same problem a lot of schools around the Pikeville Belfry area does. You know, I mean, when you take and look at them programs, you get a lot. You know, they kind of cherry pick, you know, the smaller schools' best kids, and you know, but that's what this right here is going to do. You know, the legacy that Austin Howard's leaving this season right here, the respect that these kids are seeing, you know, statewide media give this program. It's going to make kids want to stay and be a part of Lewis County.
It does. And, you know, one of the problems in being a county school is Lewis County is one of the biggest counties area-wise in the state of Kentucky. Yep. So, you know, almost intercepted there, but it would have been a huge play. But the county is so big. You know, we have kids that will get on a school bus, you know, 6:30, 6:15 in the morning to get to school. And then they stay after school till 5:30 for practice. Now, we're blessed here that our superintendent and the office there provide after-school buses to take students home after ball practice. Yes.
Wow.
So those buses deliver kids back home. So that's a big blessing for us. But you know,
I've not heard of that.
Yeah.
That right there is special, and that's very attractive to any parent. You know, especially single parents.
Right.
You know, to bring their kid here, because that takes a lot of weight off of parents. And there's a fumble on the field.
I think Lewis County got it back, but you know, a lot of credit of that goes to our superintendent, Jamie Weddington, and Jamie and I played basketball together growing up all through school and been friends. And Jamie is a student first kind of superintendent who's going to look out for what the students need and what the kids need. And you know, in a county like Lewis County, it's not a rich county, but we try to do everything we can to provide the experience, to provide everything our students need as if they were in a bigger, more affluent county and able to do that. And, you know, we're lucky to be able to do stuff like that where we can provide transportation back home after practice for our student athletes.
The old saying still rings true. It takes a village, you know.
Absolutely.
So, here we go, guys. If you're just tuning in, 1 second to go, 32-12 advantage for Fleming County over Lewis County. Jack Likens, Daryl McCoy on the call. They pitch it out. And Aiden Johnson on the tackle.
Austin Howard with another run for a couple yards.
Yep. So,
boy's going to be wore out tonight.
Yes, he is. We're going to go into the final quarter. with Lewis County looking at a 20-point deficit. A lot of making up to do. Let's see if they can do it when we come back right here on the D&D Sports Network.
First Lewis County football team was 1969.
We'll figure it out here in a second.
Okay.
And as we're looking here, guys, top right-hand corner of your screen, you see the Appalachian Medical scoreboard there. The Lewis County is going to start their drive, continue their drive here on the 37-yard line. So I don't know. I mean, it's tough. I think you're going to have to go to the air a little bit and try to get a quick score here, and then maybe you can start slowing it back down with Howard. But right now, you're going to have to find ways to get in the end zone in a hurry.
Right. You're down 3 scores. You got to be throwing the ball here, and nothing saying you can't throw the ball to Howard as Cooper rolls out, throws an interception. Intercepted by number 15 for Fleming County, which looks like Hoss Morgan.
Now you talking about a football name?
That's a football name right there.
Yeah. Hoss Morgan.
But Cooper rolling out there to his right and throws the ball. Looks kind of to me you have to throw the ball here. Can't really blame a young quarterback for trying to force something there to get his team in position to score. Starting to cool off a little bit tonight. But built a new softball field earlier this year. Got to play in it for the first time. It's up on the hill. You may have seen it coming in. I'm not sure which way you came in, but
I come in up the AA there.
Okay. You probably turned before you got there.
Greenup County area. I turned to Greenup County. There you go again.
There's your boy Austin Trent in for a touchdown.
That's a kid that maybe should be named Hoss, because that's definitely the description of him. I mean, he's been a handful here tonight.
He's been everywhere tonight.
Yeah, I've been very impressed with him. Coming into this game, the 2 players that obviously everybody wanted to keep an eye on is the 2 Austins.
Yep.
And, Trent has had a phenomenal game, on the ground and defensively.
He has. He's done a great job on both sides of the ball. Looks like he won't get credit for that touchdown because they got a penalty on Fleming County.
Well, I don't think that's going to hurt the Lions fans' feelings here.
No, and the crowd stuck around tonight. Still a good, decent crowd here in the stands. Been a long week here. We've hosted the district volleyball tournament and a home football game, and our joked with our athletic director Josh Hughes that let's try not to do that anymore. Makes for a long week.
It does, but it's all worth it at the end of the day, though.
No, I'm telling you, it's been a fun week, but it is a long week.
Now, play is off. Rourke hands it off to Trent.
Took 4 lines to bring him down.
We got a couple updates. Ashland up 34-21 on Greenup County, starting to stretch it out. Shelby Valley takes care of Bath County 63-6. We got Pikeville blowing Hazard out 52-0. Raceland 31-7 over
Oh,
Paintsville.
they're starting to open it up now.
Yep. Then we got Johnson Central has come back and took a 2-point advantage, 28-26.
Am I
on
seeing
Letcher.
Russell up on
Yes.
the east? How about
Yep.
that?
It's definitely shocking people there, 13-7. And then looks like Bell County up on Estill, 32-13. And Lawrence County and Floyd Central tied up, 21-21.
That's a shocker to me.
Prestonsburg's come back and made it a one-touchdown game with Martin County. Now here we go. You got man in motion.
Fleming County back to pass the ball.
Herark looking to pass, and nice job by number 21 knocking it away there. Good defense.
Yeah, really good play by Julian Puente again.
Yep.
We've mentioned his name a couple of times. Good defensive player, young kid, freshman. So Lewis County, I know Coach Peterson expecting big things out of him the next 3 years.
You know, he's a lot like the McGlone kid. You know, I mean, he's wherever the ball is.
Right. He's going to find the ball no matter where it's at. And you gotta have kids like that. Kids are going to stick their nose in there and get that ball.
So you see both teams come up to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be Rourke in the gun again, man in motion, hands off to Trent.
Ooh,
Trent, stiff arm.
What a stiff arm.
Boom.
Holy cow.
What a touchdown and what a stiff arm.
Wow.
That right there will probably make the D&D top 10 plays of the week.
I'm telling you, that was an NFL stiff arm right there.
Listen, I've seen one other stiff arm like that in my lifetime. That was Doug Howard back in 2003 against Prestonsburg. And that's one for the ages there.
You do not want to be on the receiving end of that stiff arm.
He could teach a textbook class of how to stiff arm with that video.
Wow. Yeah, that's one of those you put on your highlight reel.
And it is good.
Hey, he's 3 in a row now.
Yep.
That's a streak.
39-12 with 9:57 to go in the fourth quarter. Jack Likens, Daryl McCoy, you're watching the D&D Sports Network. We're back here as we see the Lewis County cheerleaders. You know, who's the cheerleading sponsor, Jack? Do we know?
Our cheerleading sponsor is Julie Howard. Julie's a teacher at the middle school, does a fantastic job with them. She was with us for probably 4 or 5 years and then left us. Her husband had some medical issues, left us, and it has come back and has continued the good work she's done with them and does a fantastic job with them. Took them to state competition a couple years in a row, and continues to work them. But they do a great job. They hang in there all the time with us, and they're at every home ball game.
He gets a running start there, but didn't do him much good. That was number 2 on the return there.
Yeah, Jackson Reister on the return. Jackson was on the receiving end of that stiff arm just a second ago.
Yeah, he's probably still trying to find his sorts.
Yeah, he may be. He's limping off the field now.
I'll tell you, I give him more credit. I don't know, I'd still be out there.
He's a tough kid too, and then plays basketball also. And that's when you're at a school like Lewis County, with about 660 kids. We've got a lot of student athletes who play 2 sports, 3 sports, but you got to have that, and our coaches do a great job of sharing athletes, and that's what we preach to them is we got to share.
You absolutely got to do. I mean, the single A schools, deep in Eastern Kentucky, they've learned that, and I'm glad that here, even though y'all's a bigger school, I'm glad that y'all have learned that lesson. And I looked at the rankings, and it looks like that. Well, Cat's Paws has y'all, I think, 4th in the region preseason.
Right.
So. It's going to be impressive to see what y'all do in basketball this year. I mean, I'm a basketball guy myself, and I'm really looking forward in seeing this Lions team on the hardwood.
Yeah, and we've got a really good coach. Joe Hampton was our coach for 20 plus years, and Scott Tackett has taken the reins of the program. And Scott was head girls coach at Round County for several years. Won 3 regions in a row at Round County with the girls, and has moved right into the boys team here, and has done a really good job, and will continue to do so. Fleming kind of got a player hurt on the field. Looks like 57,
I think.
Couldn't tell if it's 57 or 52.
That was Austin Howard on the carry there.
57 is Tyler Miller.
So real quick, as they attend to him, guys, we're going to jump out real quick for a quick break, and we'll be right back here on the D&D Sports Network.
Hi, everybody. Dave Baker here for Citizens Bank in Kentucky. Do you want to love your car even more? How about putting extra cash in your pocket each month by refinancing with new low rates at CBK? It is fast. It's easy. All you have to do is log on to wearecitizens.bank.
Let the folks at Double Quick help you start your 2022 off right. They've brought back the Bourbon Pecan Coffee for a limited time only. You can also quench your thirst with the great deals on fountain drinks they offer daily. Double Quick is your one-stop shop for everything. They offer breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You can stop by one of their many storefront locations spread throughout eastern Kentucky. Stop by and let Double Quick make your day better. The Babe Cave in Danville, West Virginia is the place to be. We got a friendly staff and even better service. Right now, you can get permanent makeup, including eyebrow microblading, combo brows, lip blushing, and permanent eyeliner. Hair services include specializing in hair extensions and color, teeth whitening options, spray tans, eyelash extensions, dermal fillers, Botox, and more. If you got a special event coming up, we can take care of that too.
We're back here.
Now, what a catch by Austin Howard there. He made heck of a catch by Austin there.
And come back quickly there. I mean, great job there by Cooper getting it out of his hands quick enough.
Yeah, he was under a little pressure and threw off his back foot, and Howard made a one-handed catch. And, if he breaks through that tackle there, he's probably gone.
So, I've took, Fleming County has got through a few times, and, they've been pressuring again Aiden Johnson. Oh, beautiful catch.
Nice catch by Jackson Reister there.
Wow, what a catch.
Heck of a catch. Heck of a throw, heck of a catch. That's the future of Lewis County football there. You got a sophomore throwing to a sophomore.
Hey, listen, he just made up for that stiff arm. He says, I'm not wanting to be boo-boo the fool on D&D Sports Network, so, I better make up for it.
Yeah, he's saying, I'm going to be on the receiving end of one highlight. Let me put it on the other end of the highlight.
That was a tremendous catch there.
It was a really good catch.
There you go, handoff. Howard still
just keeps powering through. Looks like Fleming County, he's going to get back up. Thought it looked like Austin fell, and he's on Landon Johnson's leg a little awkward there, but Johnson hops back up. And, I'm not sure how many carries Howard's got tonight. He's probably got 30 carries tonight, and he's still
getting 4 or 5 yards of carry.
Still powering through.
Yeah. And that's with the entire defense focusing on him. Like, every single handoff has went through number 11.
Right.
Let's see here. They try to mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, going to need to throw the ball a little bit here. There's a throw into the end zone. Looked like that was intended for Howard. I think we're going to have a possible hold on Lewis County there. It looked like the tackle was may have had a jersey in his hand.
I'd like to see that play, on this side of the field. Give him a chance to use his speed and leave the secondary. I would like to see him use him a little more in the passing game, because I think it'll keep the defense off kilter.
Right. Yeah, and you keep them guessing anyway. Yeah. Hold on, Lewis County. That to me was kind of obvious. I was surprised that the the umpire didn't make that call because he was looking at it, but tackle's going to do everything he can to protect the quarterback, and had a handful of jersey there.
Let me ask you something. Most famous alum to ever graduate Lewis County?
I'm going to say Thomas Massey, probably.
All right.
You know Thomas Massey?
No, I don't.
Thomas Massey's U.S. Congressman right now.
Okay.
Thomas was our county judge. Graduated here, I believe, in '89, and has gone on representing the 4th District in Kentucky for the last probably 8 years now.
Okay, the most famous athlete.
Well, are you talking about Lewis County High School, or are you talking about, because
that was Aiden Johnson again, guys.
We had another high school in Lewis County that was open from.
Was it Vanceburg?
Well, Vanceburg was a high school. Then when they built Lewis County up here in 1962, it moved into Lewis County High School. But Tollsboro had a high school that closed in '94. And Chris Harrison was from Tollsboro.
Yeah, I remember Chris Harrison.
Yeah.
So and you played in '91.
Right.
You're the point guard.
Yeah, played here, and Chris was at Tollsboro at the same time.
How far did y'all make it?
We my senior, that's a story I really don't like to talk about. We made it to the semifinals in the region. Had a 3-point lead on Greenup County with less than a minute to go, and Greenup County hit a 3 to tie and put it in overtime. We got beaten overtime.
That was number 54 there, in on the sack. I guess we share that. I don't really like to talk about my best year either. It was Justin Allen in on the sack. Back in '98, we went to the district championship, and we run into a couple guys you may have heard of, Tackett and Van Hoos.
Well, yes, I have.
And they ended up beating us in the region championship and went on to win it. So,
right.
Who knows? Belfry could have a state title if not running into that wrecking crew.
Yeah, sometimes you run into a buzzsaw and you're going to get it. But that's what high school's all about. You talk. 30 years later, you're still talking about something that you did in high school and the friends you made, and that's what we talk to our kids about. It's not about everybody likes to win, everybody likes to do all that. Here's a pass thrown up, and the field's getting a little slick down there, but
it's the memories and the experiences.
And you develop lifelong friends through high school athletics. High school athletics teaches so much. You learn how to win, how to lose, how to do it with dignity, but it teaches you that a lot of times you can't do things on your own. You've got to rely on other people to help you do things, to build up a team. And that's what you learn through high school athletics.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Right.
And, I'll definitely – I know J.R. Van Hoos and his wife Kayla both work for D&D Sports Network. They're writers for us.
Are they?
And I know he'll be excited to hear that Emily Cole is headed to the Herd because he's a big-time Marshall fan. Is that a touchdown?
Of a pass. And that, I believe that is Trey Jerky. That ties him for the single-season record here at Lewis County with number 12.
How about that? Trey Jerky ties the single-season touchdown record with 12 on that play right there, folks.
That was a heck of a throw, heck of a catch.
Now, I got to get down there in Coach Peterson's ear and say, Coach, listen, if we get the ball back, we got to throw one more time.
You got to.
Yeah, we got to go at him. We need that record tonight.
Right.
You're good. So, guys, you're watching the D&D Sports Network. 4:39 to go here as Lewis County puts 6 more on the board. 39-18 is the score.
Let's see if we can do a 2-point conversion here.
They need this. It'd be a lot more respectable on the scoreboard putting that 20 mark up.
He wasn't looking for that throw. Try to complete the pass there with the tight end. Tight end wasn't looking.
Yeah, the little misconfusion there. So as we're going to kick off here, Fleming County will be set to receive. We're going to stay right here through this commercial break. And, we only got a little bit of time left, and I want to talk to Jack Lockins here while we have him. He's been my co-host here tonight, and you're a man that wears Lewis County on your sleeve, and I've noticed that since I've been here. These kids are lucky to have you. It seems like that you're all about promoting the school and the program, and they're lucky to have somebody like you at the head of the program.
Well, I appreciate you saying that, but it's all about the staff we have at the high school. Luckily, this past week, our test scores came out, and our test scores are the highest in the area here. That goes back to the staff, the teachers we have at the high school who care about the kids, who want to do everything they can to help our kids, whether it be on the field, in the classroom. They're all about kid first, and when you surround yourself with a staff like that, it doesn't take a great leader to get people going where they need to go, but it's all about getting the right staff in the right place, and we do that on the field, on the court, and in the classroom here at Lewis County.
Yeah, you folks that's tuning in, most of our fans know every time we go somewhere, we normally kind of make sure everybody gets used to everybody in the school, what it's about. So for you folks that's used to your traditional football, next time we come here, if we're ever blessed enough to return, we'll definitely call a little more. But, I like for Jack to let everybody know what we got going on here. And, what's the big thing with Lewis County? What's the next step? What do y'all have to do to keep this momentum that y'all picked up the last couple of years with the softball, with the football team this year, and obviously Emily Cole, her softball, and now the basketball team being ranked preseason top 4 in the region?
Well, I think it's all about any place. It's about your feeder program, and we're blessed to have a good feeder program at the middle school, especially in football, who provide the football athletes when they come up as freshmen. And you're seeing a lot of it transfer right now. Like you said, we've got another good class coming up. Our Little League is, if you come to the Little League program here, they're full of kids playing softball. The last couple of years with our softball program has transformed this county from, we're more of a basketball school. It's transformed it to more of you're a softball school now, to where every little girl wants to play softball because what they see, Emily do, what they see Sarah do, what they saw the girls do last year and the year before.
Well, she said, she's like, she said my hero and who I look up to is Montana Fouts. And, Montana Fouts, what she's doing right now, I told Emily, I said, you got to be prepared for that. I said, because in 3 or 4 years, you're going to be Montana. Some little girl's going to be standing here interviewing, and she's going to say Emily Cole is her mentor.
Right.
So here we go. Austin Trent off to the races, and he's across the 20, the 10, brought down at the 5-yard line, finally caught.
Noah Johnson tracked him down there, or he was gone.
I tell you, that kid continues to impress, and one thing I've noticed, with you guys, you got a really solid and respectable squad. On the defensive side, is where they got to grow a little bit.
Right.
And I still think that first playoff win ain't out of the realm of possibility this year.
No, I agree with you. Whether you're the 2-3 or the 2 or 3 seed, there's still a possibility of getting that win.
Yep.
We'll have to look and see who we're gonna play as far as us being the 3 and who the 2 is in the sister district there. But I think we're competitive. And for a couple of years, we've not been competitive.
Look at this. Power formation. Aiden Johnson, and then you got 54 in the backfield, too. The blocking for number 2, Landon Johnson.
And he's going to score. Yep.
Listen, you had number 54, which was our guy, Justin Allen. When you got Aiden Johnson and Justin Allen, they're lead blockers for you. I think me and you could run through that hole.
I think you may be right about that. I'm a little slower than I used to be, but I could probably get through there.
Yeah, I hobble about everywhere I go, but I could have got to the end zone behind them horses.
But just a little bit of time we got left here. Going back to some of our athletes, this past year our girls softball went on a special run. What made it special for me was I've got a 12-year-old little girl who wants to play softball, and she traveled with them to every game that they went on the road. Now, I wouldn't do that if I didn't think the world of those girls. No way I'm gonna let my girl on a bus with a bunch of high school girls.
Yep.
They treated her like she was special. She would come home every night and tell me, what the girls talked about, what they did, how they talked to her, and that's one of those things she's never going to forget. But that goes back to what our girls do, how they treat these little girls. You talked to Coach Case earlier.
Yeah.
Coach Case came in, did a fantastic job with the girls. It's amazing sometimes when you win, you get more complaints from people than when you lose. And he faced that for probably the first month of the season.
Yeah, and people nitpick.
And he would be in the office, and I would just say, settle down, it's okay.
Yep.
But, did a fantastic job with the program.
You don't know how much that means to that coach, because that gives him the confidence that my administration has my back.
Right.
And that allows him to go out there and do his job the way that he wants to do it.
Right.
So,
and he's one who I remember the day interviewing him. I looked at him across the table and I said, "You're nuts for wanting this job." That's you're coming off a region championship. You're coming off a Final Four. There's only one way to go, and it's not up. But he took the job and ran with it and did an outstanding job.
Yeah, and equaled the success of the prior coaching staff. So with another region title. So
right, and you talk about, and you talked to him for a little bit. Super guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Would do anything for these girls, and that's what it takes. But the girls that softball team are outstanding bunch of young girls. And what's good about that is several of those kids play volleyball. A majority of them play basketball too. So you're looking at athletes there who cross over.
Marty Casey says D&D Sports Network does a tremendous job. Said the best in the business. Said, but he's voting that Jack Likens returns. So you definitely made an impact here. And Janet Pack says Tom Massey is a great guy. Says and my Uncle Ralph, his last name is Pack.
Okay.
Who was on that first Lewis County team.
I'm sure he's from Firebrick.
Yep. Yes, he is. As we're looking, 2:41 to go. 46-18 is the score here. Fleming County on top of Lewis County. Want to give a shout out to our sponsors here tonight. Primary Plus. Want to thank Electric Plant Board of Vanceburg. Does a great job promoting us, treated us with the best hospitality here. And also Trace Creek Construction. If it not for them folks, guys, we couldn't be here. Please make sure you follow their Facebook pages, shoot them a message, give them a thank you, and frequent their business if you can. Teamwork makes the dream work. It's you viewers at home. It's the sponsors. It's the players, the administration that all makes this possible tonight.
Right. And, those sponsors you just mentioned, I would appreciate if everybody would reach out to them and tell them thank you for getting you guys down here and getting our athletes some publicity and letting other people in the state see our athletes here at Lewis County and letting us talk about them. I've enjoyed being on with you and getting to talk about our kids and what we're doing here at Lewis County.
Well, like I said, hopefully you're going to hear a lot more, and I'll be making many trips down here as whether it's writing or covering or what, because that's a big part of the business we do too that people forget. When you sponsor, it's not just the streaming that you get with us. It's you get the D&D Sports family in the area. We come in, write the stories, we tell the backgrounds. It's promoting programs y'all got going on.
Right.
It's the whole caboodle you get with this. So
something I've enjoyed. I've done this several times. I enjoy doing color on a ball game. It's fun, and that.
How about that? Yeah.
Listen, I don't think I could ever do that again. But I enjoy doing color on the game, but I've enjoyed this a lot more because I get to talk about our school, our district, and our athletes, our everything we've got going on here. So it's not just about football. It's about the school and the community here in Lewis County, and and what we've done and what we've got here. You know,
Well, we normally stick to the script and, call a game. But, when we first go somewhere, we want everybody to know how special of a place this is. So that's why, tonight we've gave this a chance to promote the community and the school.
Yeah, well, and you told me before it'd be a little bit different than I would be used to, but we do. We live in a small community, but I wouldn't want to live anywhere else and raise my kids anywhere else. It's a great community. And like I said earlier, if a family here is in need or somebody's in need of something, this community is going to step up and provide that need, and that that's a special place to live.
It absolutely is, and. A lot of people, Lewis County's a nice place to settle down, and I tell you this, the big reason I like Lewis County is since I've been 18, I've had my insurance up this way because it's a lot cheaper in farmland than it is in the mountains.
Who do you have your insurance with up here?
I have it through Progressive.
Okay.
But if you got an address up this way, it's a lot cheaper than it is back in the mountains. So.
Well, and people dog on Eastern Kentucky a lot. Not just in Kentucky, but around the nation. But
most beautiful place in the world.
It is. It's beautiful. But the people here, you're not going to find better people in the country than you're going to find in Eastern Kentucky.
No, you're not. You go to a gas station, you're from out of town, somebody's going to invite you to dinner. Oh,
right. Nice
catch.
And I'll tell you a funny little story is,
that was number one there.
That's Trey Jerky again. Yeah. But people in Eastern Kentucky, people here, you drive down the road, you pass a car, you wave at them.
Yep.
It took my daughter the longest time. I would wave at somebody. She'd say, "Who was it?" And I said, "I don't know."
Yep.
Why are you waving? I said, "Because that's what we do."
Yep.
And now we'll be going down the road, and if she's got her window down, she sees somebody, she'll wave, and I'll say, "Who was that?" And she'll say, "I don't know." And I said, "What'd you do that for?" She said, "Because that's what you taught me to do."
That's the game. Fleming County will win this one, 46-18 over Lewis County. We're going to finish our statements here, and then we'll jump out to commercial, come right back for our post-game update. And, to finish your statement there, when I moved to North Carolina, the biggest difference was getting used to walking in a gas station or out of a gas station and not have people hold the door for you.
Yeah, I mean, you go places like Lexington, and you hold doors for somebody, and they're like,
what
are you doing?
Like, I do it many times. So, guys, we're going to jump out for a quick break. We'll be right back with the Mingy Beef Jerky player of the game announcement and scores from around the region. And then I'm sure that Mr. Likens has to some job duties he has to do.
I may have a few.
Yeah, so we'll be right back.
The Babe Cave in Danville, West Virginia is the place to be. We got a friendly staff and even better service. Right now, you can get permanent makeup, including eyebrow microblading, combo brows, lip blushing, and permanent eyeliner. Hair services include specializing in hair extensions and color, teeth whitening options, spray tans, eyelash extensions, dermal fillers, Botox, and more. If you got a special event coming up, we can take care of that too. Book your appointment today at wvbabecave.com. That's wvbabecave.com. We look forward to seeing you.
Folks, we are back here in Lewis County as we got Jack Likens in the house with us here, and Fleming County takes care of Lewis County here, 46-18, after a hard-fought first half, and then second half, Lewis County never could get it rolling coming out of the locker room. The field got a little wet, and they really had some footing issues and had trouble holding on to the ball.
Right, and I think the turning point in the game was that third quarter interception return for a touchdown by Fry there. The whole momentum changed of the game. The whole attitude of both teams changed, and really good high school football game. I think two competitive schools, two competitive teams, and both of them I think have a shot to win a playoff game this year.
They absolutely do, and I'm interested in seeing who you guys are squared up against, because that's going to tell you a lot about whether y'all get that first playoff win or not. So this program has been in existence since what, 69?
69 was the first football team here at Lewis County High School. Yes. Now they had one at Vanceburg High School, but then we went years without a football program. We brought it back in the late 60s.
Come over here, Mr. Lockins.
Okay.
We're sitting here talking. The Mingy Beef Jerky player of the game. I think it's co-players of the game. I think it goes to Aiden Johnson and Austin Trent. But wanted to take Mingy Beef Jerky has partnered. Allowing us a big part of Mingy Beef Jerky sponsoring D&D is adding the 16th region. That was whenever we signed the deal with them, they said the only way we're doing this, y'all add the 16th region. So they're a big reason why we're up here. But I want to take and give you a bag of Mingy Beef Jerky, and for being the guest announcer tonight. And listen, this has been a great night. Got to learn a lot. The people got to learn. It's talking to you off air, I can tell you're a guy that gets it. It's a lot more than just wins and losses on a night like this.
Right. And it's all about what we talked about earlier, about what the student athletes learn winning and losing. We talked about you're going to learn a lot more when you lose, about how to get back down when you get knocked down in life, how to get back up and carry on. Team building, you learn how to build, how to work with a team in football, in all athletics. And that's what we try to teach our kids here. It's not always about what the scoreboard says, whether you win or lose. It's what you do after that. And that's what we want our athletes to do is learn from a loss, learn from a win, and grow and get better, not just on the field but in life.
Well, the good thing is, next week you end the season with Fairview, so you should get to end the season with a win to get a little momentum headed into the postseason.
Right, and like you always do, you look at the schedule when it comes out, and you say, "What's your goal this year?"
Yep.
Everybody's goal is to go 10-0 and go undefeated. Realistically, if I would have started the season off and went to 600 people in the stands and said we're going to be 6-4 at the end of the year, would you take it? Every one of them's going to say yes.
Yep, absolutely.
And I think that's where we'll end up is 6-4. You're going to be in the playoffs, and then you see what happens from there.
Listen, in my lifetime, I mean, I don't mean this in a disrespectful way, but Lewis County has been a bottom feeder in football. And, for them to have a winning season, I don't think people realize how big that is moving this program forward, because like we talked, now this was a winning season for the Lions. They go to the playoffs. There's going to be a lot of eyes on that. And now what that does is that keeps all these players, these middle school players wanting all these middle school players to stay here. So, there's a lot of implications from having a season like they've had this year.
Right, there is, and you build on that. The JFL looks up to the middle school program that's undefeated or 8-2, whatever they end up being, and the middle school program looks up to the high school program. It all feeds into one program, and when your high school program's successful and your middle school program's successful, that produces more at the JFL level, which is ultimately going to benefit your high school program.
Absolutely, and heading in, you was talking about the band. What's up next for the band? Where are they going, and what are they competing in?
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that. I saw them going over here to load all their equipment onto their trailer. They go to Estill County tomorrow to compete in the East Region band, and then the band, they take the top 6 schools and they go to the state, which I believe is in Louisville again this year. They take the top 6 schools from the eastern part of the state and western part of the state, and they go compete. But for years we've had a band that routinely makes the state competition. Those kids do an outstanding job. They're here on Friday night. They're at every home basketball game on a Tuesday night. Sometimes they'll be at a girls' game on a Monday night, a boys' game on a Tuesday night, turn around, come back to a girls' game on Thursday and a boys' game on Friday. They do an outstanding job. Cheerleaders do an outstanding job. I can't say enough about the student athletes. We have the band members. We have the color guard out here. And you saw before the game our ROTC color guard presented the colors. They do that before every home game. To me, that's important. Couple weeks from now, we'll have a Veterans Day ceremony at the high school here. It's one of the proudest moments I have any year as high school principal there is to be able to recognize our veterans. Yeah. That's why we do it. Our teams are on the field for the national anthem. It means a lot to us. We live in the greatest country in the world. Yeah, we got to celebrate that.
Yep. Well, speaking of that, I talked about it at the beginning, but I want to hit on it one more time. Whoever the ROTC director is, give them a hand, because what I seen whenever I come down this hill, when I seen on both sides a path that was highlighted to come down here with the ROTC cadets, it was just impressive. There's this is probably next to Floyd Central, the most impressive ROTC program that I've seen of any football I've went to. And that's what I'm going to walk away with tonight, is how impressive that cadet program is.
Well, I will definitely let them know. And I'll tell you what, he will be proud of that, but he will also say, I need to get better than them. Yeah. So, and it's all about competition for them also. Yeah. They want to be the best, and that's what they strive for.
Yep, absolutely. So one last time, then we'll let you go. Impressive or not, as we're jumping this game right here, I'd say you don't know much about. Tug Valley takes care of West Side 24-0.
Don't have a whole lot on that one.
Yeah, it's West Virginia. Martin County 27-20 over Prestonsburg.
That kind of surprises me a little bit.
Prestonsburg 8-1, but their schedule hasn't been the toughest. But Martin County, with that right there, I think they'll secure the 3rd seed in district. So the Belfry 42-7 over Pike Central.
Belfry's always strong.
Yeah.
It's hard to say they surprise you about anything.
Little tidbit: Pike Central has never beat Belfry.
Really?
So, no. The Mingo Central loses to Herbert Hoover 55-3. Jump back down to Kentucky. Ashland 34-21 goes to the farm, gets the win over Greenup County.
It doesn't surprise me. Ashland won. I thought it might have been a little bit closer. I thought it may have been one score, but doesn't surprise me. Ashland wins that game.
Raceland 38-14 over Paintsville.
No, it doesn't surprise me. I had, like I said, I had somebody tell me it would be a running clock. It wasn't a running clock, but
close to
Raceland's got a great program up there.
Yep, Logan Lundy again, a Division I quarterback.
Yeah, Mike Sammons does a fantastic job. And then you talk about a guy, you can't get a better guy than Mike Sammons. No. I love that guy.
I agree. Pikeville 52-0 over Hazard. Shocks me a little bit. Hazard is probably the 3rd best team behind Pikeville and Raceland in Class A. So, I thought that Hazard at least put a score up. So the Johnson Central comes back to win 35-34 over Letcher Central.
Johnson Central winning doesn't surprise me. The score surprises me.
Yeah, that's going to set up a nice playoff matchup there between them two.
Right.
The jumping down, Shelby Valley 63-6 over Bath County.
No, it doesn't surprise me. We played Bath earlier in the year.
They're not having the best season.
No, they're not.
The Bell County 38-13 over Estill. I think that's went way most of us expected.
Right.
Clay County 50-16 over McGoffin.
I don't know. I thought McGoffin may play them a little tougher there, but
they're without their starting quarterback.
Well, quarterback's kind of important.
Yes, it is. So 16-7, Russell beats East Carter, gets first win.
That's big for Russell to get that win. You don't ever want to finish a season with a 0 in the win column, but that does surprise me though.
Just when we thought that their backs was against the wall, Lawrence County pulls out and ends up winning 49-28.
Well, and you say they pulled it out, but the score
21-21 was the halftime score.
Right. I don't think the score indicates the competitiveness there.
Boyd County and Rowan County, last one update we got there was 7-7. We still don't have a total on that one. Jumping down, Boyle County takes care of Bourbon County 42-6. Chapmanville beats Logan 49-7, and that rounds out the high school scores that we have. So, I guess this concludes our night. Again, I can't say enough for you having us up here. I mean, it's meant a lot. your people over here, the boosters, the PA announcers, the fans, the coaches. From the second I got on campus, they treated us like gold, and have nothing but positive things to say about Lewis County. This is a special place you got here.
Well, we appreciate you being here and appreciate you saying all that. And you know, like we talked earlier, it takes everybody to do something here. And this community, I can't say it enough, the community is outstanding here. You know, if we have any need, they're going to feel that need for us. Anything we ask for, the word no, I don't think is in the vocabulary of the people in this community. It's always yes. What can I do for you? How can I help you get that? And you know, we're nothing without this community, and they do a fantastic job of filling our every need.
Speaking of that, let's test your memory. Can you remember who the 3 sponsors was that sponsored tonight's game?
I believe it was the Electric Plant Board, and Primary Plus, and also Trace Creek.
Yep, there you go, Trace Creek Construction. So, guys, wasn't the best night here for the Lions. 46-18, Fleming County gets the win, but it was a win in all because, everybody showed up in force. It was a great night for the community here. And, listen, till next time, so long, good night. Jack Likens, Daryl McCoy on the D&D Sports Network.